For part 2 of your season's writing, you are going to fill out a graphic organizer where you need to think of a thesis statement. A thesis statement is just a sentence that states the opinion that you are writing about. So your opinion would be one of the season that you chose and that it's the best reason, the best season, and then you'll list 3 reasons why. And then you are going to plan out your 3 reasons. So in this box here, you see how there's 2 columns, one for your reasons and one for your mini story that you're going to develop each reason with. And then there's 3 rows, one for each reason, and then the corresponding mini story. And then the last thing that you're going to plan is your conclusion section, which is where you'll restate your thesis opinion, your thesis statement, and your reasons why the season you chose is the best. So if you remember, the season I chose as being my favorite is spring. So I'm going to start by up here, I'm going to write, I think that spring is the best season because, and then notice how it says list your 3 reasons. So I started to already think about my 3 reasons before I filled this out. I also was thinking about them when I filled out my brainstorming chart. So if it's easier for you, you can fill out this chart down here first and then go back up to your introduction section and list your 3 reasons. So my reasons, I already put them in here for you to see. My first reason is that I love spring because the weather turns nice, and so winter's finally over, the flowers are blooming again. And I really like this because I really like running. I enjoy running as a hobby, and so being able to run outside is a really nice treat for me, instead of having to be inside on a treadmill. And so I think of spring as the time when this starts to happen for me. So up here we have some sentence starters. So I think blank is a wonderful season because, and I'm going to get rid of this line here and I'm going to just write spring because the weather turns nice, and I put /running. So now when I think of how I would develop that in my rough draft, I would go further. I'm not going to just say it's nice because I can run outside. I'm really going to give some description. So I am going to describe how I notice that the flowers are blooming, the grass turns green again, I can hear birds chirping, and I'm going to describe a mini story of the first time I run outside in the spring and how that feels. So how it's just such a nice break from being inside on a treadmill. I can breathe in fresh air, I can feel the sun beating on me. All of those things I'm going to develop into sentences when I write my rough draft. All right, my second reason, again, I have a sentence starter. The second reason I think spring is a wonderful season is because, change that to that, field day. So I love field day. So my mini story is going to be, I remember when I was a teaching assistant almost 10 years ago, I had the best field day when we were at Hardy School. Thompson was being rebuilt because we had a teacher tug of war and the students beat us. So I still remember really clearly that I was in 3rd grade and all the 3rd graders had a tug of war, and I was with Miss Foley and Miss McKinney, some of the teachers that we have now in 3rd grade, and we got beat by the students. So I would describe that in detail, how I was feeling. I was feeling surprised, but happy that they beat us. Okay, so these are all details that are going to go into my writing. The third reason that I think spring is a wonderful season, so again, I'll fill out spring here, is because my birthday is in spring. How fun is that? So I have a twin sister, an identical twin sister, and so I really love sharing my birthday with my twin. It makes it extra special. So a mini story that I am going to write about in my rough draft is the time that for our birthday, we went hiking in Vermont. We swam in a lake with our friends. So again, that's a really convincing reason that spring is awesome. I get to celebrate my birthday with my twin sister, and here's some fun things that we've done. All right, so those are my 3 reasons. Now I can go back up here and I'm going to write, because I think spring is the best season because the weather is warmer and I can run outside. We have field day at school. And I get to celebrate my birthday. Notice how we have a list here. I have my commas in between each one. Okay, now I'm going to go down and I'm going to fill out my conclusion. So blank are the reasons that I think spring is the best season of all. So running outside, field day, and my birthday are the reasons that I think spring is the best season of all. So that will end up being my conclusion when I'm done with my draft. So I want you to notice before you watch the next direction video, each of these are in boxes because they represent a paragraph. So when you start a new paragraph, you need to indent, which you hit the tab button on your computer to do that. So this would be paragraph 1, my introduction. This, my first reason, would be paragraph 2. My second reason would be paragraph 3. My third reason is going to be paragraph 4. And then my fifth paragraph will be my conclusion. All right, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.